Maybe the wheels of justice didn't need any greasing at all on this end. On the other hand, a little nudging couldn't hurt.
"Thank you very much, sir,"
Cormac said as calmly as he knew how. He picked up his black leather jacket from over the back of the chair, walked out of the boxy little office, down the hall, and out of the building into the bright morning sunshine. He squinted into the blue sky. He was free. Back at his jeep, he tossed the precious envelope on the passenger seat. After consideration, he picked it back up and tucked it in the inside pocket of his jacket, like he expected it to disappear if he didn't have it with him.
"Shouldn't feel any different,"
he said out loud.
"Not like anything's really changed."
"Symbols are powerful," Amelia said. "You know that." This one meant he'd done it, crossed another bridge, taken another step toward normal, for certain values of normal, and now he had to figure out what to do with the rest of his life. He made a call before even leaving the parking lot.
"It's done,"
he said when his cousin answered.
"I'm off paper."
"Hallelujah," Ben O'Farrell sighed.
"Congratulations. Congratulations to you for keeping me straight."
Ben was also his lawyer.
"Group effort,"
Ben said.
"Speaking of which, you have to come to New Moon tonight." "Why?"
he asked, wary.
"Kitty's planning a surprise party for you, to celebrate. I couldn't talk her out of it. Sorry."
Kitty, Ben's wife. Cormac had introduced them years ago now. He still didn't know quite what to think about that. Smiled a little, though he wouldn't have if anyone had been watching.
"She would want to do something like that, wouldn't she?" "Yes, she would,"
Ben said, laughter and affection plain in his voice.
"I thought you'd want some warning." "Yeah, thanks. And Ben, thanks."
"You're welcome.
You should call my mother next. She'll want to know." "I will,"
he said, and hung up. His Aunt Ellen had been the one to take care of the jeep while he was gone, along with Ben and Kitty. She was his only family. Cormac's manslaughter conviction had gotten him a slap on the wrist. There were so many other things he'd done that would have gotten him a longer sentence, a worse time of it if he'd been caught, if he'd gone down another road. The older he got, the longer he actually survived, the more grateful he was that Ben and his family had steered him away from that. "I'm grateful as well," Amelia said. "I'm not sure I would have liked you if we'd met in your younger days."
"I'm still surprised you like me now," he said. "You're saying I'm not just a relationship of convenience?"
You're that too. But still, I'm glad I met you when I did." She knew without him having to say it, that in his young, wild days she might have tried to talk to him, but he sure as hell wouldn't have been able to listen. He would have been one of the ones she'd driven mad. Amelia was one of those forks in the road that no one could have predicted. Screams, terror, the smell of death, a prison drenched in blood, fear sliding into a riot, unnatural and haunted. A monster, a shadowed thing with legs and arms but no visible face, with long claws and a wicked laugh. It had haunted those prison walls and would have killed him. It had already sliced open 3 men's throats, leaving their cellmates screaming in insanity and setting the whole prison at the edge of disaster. Cormac had faced the demon down with nothing but his orange jumpsuit and bare hands. Then she'd been there, in his mind, guiding his hand. The spirit of a long-dead magician, a Victorian adventurer hanged for murder, who'd found a way to keep her soul alive. She said she could destroy the demon, but she needed his body, his living flesh and muscles, in order to do so. Finally, Cormac believed her, and not just because he didn't have a choice. She had knowledge, but she needed him to fuel her spells. Her fire burned through him, tore the demon to pieces.